You still have shoulder pain because one of these three things have been missed. And these three things are something most typical PTs don't know to check, or they don't have the time to check due to operating in a large, high volume, insurance based clinic, where you simply don't get enough time or attention to get the results that you need. My name is Dr. Corey Choffner, founder of Choffner Rehab and Recovery, and over the last year, we've helped thousands of people fully resolve their shoulder pain following my NTS method. Now, the best part about this method is that you can use it yourself to fix your shoulder pain at home. So that means no more wasting time driving to appointments, waiting in waiting rooms, missing work. Just end up flaring up your shoulder the next time you work out anyway. It's super frustrating, I know, and I don't want you missing out on your training or other forms of exercise that is then going to impact other aspects of your life. In a moment, I'm going to show you how my NTS method can achieve up to 70% improvement, and even severe shoulder pain cases within as little as 5 minutes without pills, injections, or surgery. It helped clients like Dave here get back to deadlifting 500 pounds pain-free. Before I do, it's crucial to understand why most chiropractors, physical therapists, and surgeries are not going to help your shoulder pain. Most chiropractors provide very short treatment times, rely on quick adjustments for temporary relief, results in you having to continuously come back because the results just don't last. Most physical therapists provide the same stretches for everyone, regardless of what they have going on, and they don't have the time to give you a tailored approach and give you the time that you deserve. Now, surgeries come with a high rate of failure, and they attempt to fix a functional problem with a structural solution. When in reality, most people that go in for a shoulder surgery end up needing to go back for another, and another. So you don't want any of these scenarios to happen to you. Believe me, I know. You just want to get results so you can get back in the gym as soon as possible, enjoy your training, and move on with your life. And I want the same thing for you, because back when I was struggling with chronic shoulder pain, I wasted tons of time pursuing each of these methods. And it wasn't until I discovered the NTS method that everything changed. So let me show you how the NTS method can provide up to 70% improvement for shoulder pain in some cases, and what your current treatment is missing. First, they are not checking your neck, otherwise known as your cervical spine. We like to think of this as neck referral. Okay, what does that mean? What is neck referral? It just refers to that your nerves actually originate at the base of your spine and your neck, and they run all the way up to the brain. And this is where the nerves stem from, and they'll actually traverse and travel into the shoulder joints, and they go actually all the way down into the arms and into the fingers. And a lot of times people have radiating symptoms that are stemming from the neck that they describe as numbness, tingling, burning, sometimes like hot cold sensations as well. And if we're not addressing the neck, which could be the root cause of the issue, then this is a big factor that gets misplayed during the treatment of your shoulder joint. Typically during assessments, we're going through one simple exercise that people on average get about 20 to 30% improvement from alone. And the way that this works is we'll typically do some tests through different ranges of motion, and then we'll do the exercise in the middle, and then we'll retest to see if those ranges of motion improve or if the pain reduces right after doing that one simple exercise that people get so much benefit from. Next, they're not checking the second key area that might be causing your shoulder pain, and that's known as your thoracic spine or upper back. You might be thinking, why the heck is my upper back or thoracic spine related? Because thoracic spine restrictions are a big part of like what happens when shoulder issues commonly occur and reoccur. If the thoracic spine isn't functioning properly, then our shoulder blades can't function properly because the two are so closely interconnected and linked. A good example to show you of how these two are so linked is try to test your overhead mobility by kind of shrugging your shoulders forward like this. Drop your head forward a little bit too, because this is going to take the neck into consideration as well. Try and lift your arms up and over your head as high as you can. I can only get to about shoulder height. I can't really go beyond this. If I do the opposite and I push my head back into a chin tuck and I squeeze my shoulders back, then I try again, I can easily about double or triple that range of motion with very little effort and very little pain or dysfunction or anything like that. So that just goes to show you that thoracic spine restrictions can affect how your shoulder ultimately functions with weightlifting, putting things overhead, reaching behind the back, etc. So on average, people will typically go through an assessment with us where we look at different ranges of motion and tests and we evaluate things, and we'll take them through one specific exercise that gets them on average about 40 to 50% improvement when we retest those same motions that we started with. If after assessing this region we still aren't seeing massive progress within minutes, then lastly, they aren't really checking your scapula. Now you might be thinking, what is your scapula? Your scapula just refers to your shoulder blade, right? You have two of them that sit on your kind of back, and the thoracic spine sits right in the middle of those shoulder blades. The neck sits right above it, right? Scapular dysfunction is the main thing that's going to happen as the third part of the NTS method if we can't figure out what's going on with the neck or the thoracic spine. We have very muscles that are very small and control those precise movements that help the rotator cuff to function optimally. Upward rotation is one of the main functions of the scapula, where they should be moving in unison with each other, where sometimes one lags behind or you have a little winging of one where it sticks out to the side too much. And that means we need to work on strength, coordination, and control of some of those muscles that we're not going to go into detail too much on. But I will tell you, on average, people that we see during our assessments get about 30 to 40% improvement from one exercise alone that targets those small little muscles that help control and bring your arms up and over your head, or help you control into external rotation if you're going to get into like an overhead press or a push up or a pull up position. That is very, very effective and helps them reduce their pain right away and improve the range of motion at the same time. And this is how my NTS method has a 90% success rate for even the worst shoulder pain, because we properly assess and fix the neck, the thoracic spine, and the scapula. That is the real root cause of most shoulder cases. This is what makes the NTS method. So if you stuck around until this point, that means you are serious about your health and you're ready to fix this shoulder pain the right way with a plan to get you there. So if you click the link below, you can book a free one-to-one video consultation with me or my team so we can evaluate where you're currently at, identify which of these three key areas are causing your pain, put a custom rehab program together for you based on where the root of your shoulder pain is, and guarantee you see results every week now that you finally have the right approach. Just click the link below and let's get this thing over with so you can get back in the gym as soon as possible, pain-free.
Yeah, so I'm totally pain free on the rig. Flexibility is is insanely improved. Like I just can't even believe it.